Hey guys, and welcome back to another touchline video. Before we get started, you know the drill. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss another touchline video. Now today we're doing something different. We're going to be reacting to Ben Barba's 2012 Daily M season. He was extraordinary. You know, for me personally, there's no one that had a better season than him. You know, what a fullback he was. Everything he touched turned into gold. You know, Para fans will be saying Jared Hayne, Manly fans will be saying Tom Trbojevic, but Bulldogs fans, we've got to be biased. We're saying Ben Barba. No one is better than him. No one beats him. He had one of the best seasons, single-handedly, you know, helped the Bulldogs and carried the Bulldogs into the grand final. You know, it's sad that we didn't win the grand final. None of us did. Even Jared Hayne didn't. Tom Trbojevic didn't. But again, they were all good players. So let's get started into this video and react to some of the greatest moments of Ben Barba. I miss this 2012 vibe, that scoreboard with the name tags. 2012 was the go to G. Even that jersey, man, that jersey was crazy.
Everything he touches turns to gold. Oh, Ben Barba, what an entertainer. Looks like he's playing in the backyard.
Just the hype around this kid was not normal. This guy, if he was consistently good, he would have been, I reckon, one of the best fullbacks ever. But again, things don't go your way sometimes, but you know, you make mistakes, but you learn. But yeah, I remember watching this, man. I remember this try, like watching this live. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Passes every team from the end of the field goal to this, passes to Josh Morris. Wow, Josh Morris, man, one of the best centers in the game. He was one of my favorite players alongside Ben Barba at that time. This was round one. I think we won 24 points to 12. And don't forget, Ben Barba had already made a name for himself in the years before that. 2009 started to, you know, make his way up, and 2011 was a fantastic season. He scored that freakish try against the Newcastle Knights, and he also scored a wonderful try against the Eels. We won 36-14 that game. And yeah, again, 2012 was where he's peaked. So yeah, Ben Barba, man, I'm going to keep on saying Ben Barba was the best fullback, you know, in that season. I'm going to be stopping a lot here, but you struggle to find fullbacks, I feel, a lot these days where they're always in the support run. You know, Ben Barba, whenever there was a line break, he's always there. He's right there to support whoever was running, whether it was Josh Reynolds, whether it was a forward. He's always there to support their team. And I think that's what makes him stand out even more, man. Like, he was crazy. The speed he had, the steps he had. Ben Barba was the whole package. And I think he got the lead, the top try scorer that year. 22, I think. That Barba-Reynolds combination that year was crazy. It was sort of like Burton and Adokar a few years ago. Josh Jackson, man, the captain. Far out. Wow. See what I mean? No one was in touch with him. Like, he'd have the whole space. No one's near him. No one at all, man. This game here, I was at this game. The atmosphere here was crazy. And I remember this try in particular. The fans had erupted because it was, as you can see, 16-14. It was a close game, a very important win. We needed that. I think it was later in the seasons because I think it was round 21 and we wanted to secure the minor premiers. So this try was phenomenal. Wow, man, wow. I even know what the commentator's saying. I've actually rehearsed the amount of times I've watched this video. Far out, man. The good days. This guy, man. And what a team we had. Like, we had Frank Pritchard, we had Greg Eastwood, David Stagg, Cassiano. That team, man, if we had won the premiership, that could have been one of, I'm not saying the best team, but it could have been up there as the top 10 teams of the NRL, man. That team was crazy. Oh, the preliminary final, man. Who could forget that? This was round 7 against the Man. We lost that game. 12-10, I think. But look at how the fans erupt here. Wow. I'll wait until you name me a better fullback than Ben Barba in a particular season. See what I mean? He's always there supporting the run, helping that play. Man, he was a freak. Chris Keating, Ben Barba. Again, Ben Barba, who else? I hope they show the banana kick Josh Reynolds did to him that year, where he had to stretch out and score. Oh, I wonder who's going to be with him. Josh Reynolds and then Benny Barba again. Wow. Now, that game, if I tell you how stressful was that game, that was such an intense game. Bulldogs and Manly always produce the best matches ever. And just the thought of watching that game live and seeing how everything unfolded that game. Ben Barba deliberately, I think personally for me, deliberately kicked that ball at the goalpost because he knew he'd regather it and score. And he did. And Josh Morris celebrated him with him going crazy. Just wow, man. Wow. Brings back so many memories as a kid. 100-meter try right here. 100-meter try. Right on the dot. 100-meter. Wow, man. Luke Burke couldn't handle him. No one could handle this player.
What a sensation! His second touch of the ball, he's run 100 metres.
I was at this game, and I remember watching it live. I was sitting behind the goalpost. So I was sitting behind where Barba was making the 100-meter run, and I saw him make the gap, and I saw the gap that had opened for him, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to go ahead and try and take that gap, and he did, and he scored. Oh, the try of the year. Wow, this try was something else. Look, you just can't get him. You cannot get him. And this was a prime Melbourne team, and we versed them later on in the grand final. Wow, look at that kick, and Josh Morris is there to grab it. If you watch that try again, it takes me back to the 2012 grand final where Barba had made a run sort of like that. He came on the wing. Josh Morris had shifted from the center to the middle of the field. Barba kicks it, and it sort of had the same bounce as in the video, but in the grand final, Josh Morris had knocked on the ball. And we always think as Bulldogs fans, what if Josh Morris had caught that ball? What if Josh Morris had scored that try? The whole game would have changed, and who knows, Bulldogs could have probably won the premiership that year. But yeah, that try and the try in the grand final has sort of similarities. And again, Bulldogs Melbourne, same thing. Something different, a try saving here. This is where Barba actually puts his hand and tucks it underneath and drags him out as well. Wow, man. And it was a heavy rain that day. Yep, he's out. Now, again, sorry for pausing it, but this game again, 2012, I went to a lot of games, but this one in particular, I remember it was like pissing down rain, and we decided not to go. Now, of course, if I was a bit older, I probably would have still went. But again, as a kid, you're probably not allowed to go, and I missed out on such a top game. I was so cut that I missed out on a game like that. We had won 23-19, 23-16, something like that. And watching that game at home was such a mad experience. And just thinking that I could have watched that at the stadium would have made it even 10 times better. But yeah, what a try save from Ben Barba. Another one, this time on a prop. Like, not many can do that. The classic Good Friday clash. Man, you just sometimes sit and just miss all these great players. Greg Inglis, man, what a player. But no, you're not passing Ben Barba. No one's passing Ben Barba. Oh, another one. Another try-saving tackle from Ben Barba. And then we get a penalty, I think. I think he drags him out. Yeah, I think he does. Wow, look at that. Look how smooth that was, bro. This is G'ing me up for the season next year, man. Another great game in Auckland. Remember this? 36-16, I think. Wow. Ben Barba was everywhere. Like, whatever he did, when he's there, he's causing something to the attack. Like, the amount of times when, as Bulldogs fans watching Ben Barba, when we saw him lurking around, you know, the centers, lurking around the halves, when he grabs that ball, we got off our seats because we knew something's going to happen. His creativity, the assists, you can see he does try-saving tackles. Not one, he's done many in the 2012 season. Ben Barba got a double this game. What a kick from Reynolds. Wow. Like, again, I mentioned earlier, like, fullbacks now, I think, are quite safe. Like, yeah, you have some great players, but back then we had Jared Hayne, who was a freak, Ben Barba was a freak, and even that Tom Trbojevic season in 2020, like, these players took it to a whole nother level, and I just don't think we find that in this modern era. I think Tedesco is a very good player, but I don't think he's had a wow season. Tom Trbojevic was brilliant this year, so he sort of had some similarities to the 2020 season. But yeah, fullbacks back then I think were quite special. I think this was when we clinched the minor premiers. We won like 40 points to 12, I think. And this was inside 40 seconds. 40 seconds and we scored. Oh, yeah. So that was Joe Romello who scored. This was round 4. Bulldogs had started the season 3 wins in a row. I think we beat Panthers, Dragons, Warriors. Then we lost against the Knights 20 points to 6. And then round 5 we had Gold Coast Titans. Round 6, Manly, Melbourne. Like, I have memorized this season off by heart. Like, I know the teams we played, the score it was, the try scorers in the game. Like, this season for me is like written in my head. Like, I've remembered everything from detail. Now, quickly with that game, I remember there was some discussions going on with the referees about, oh, this game has to change, because Bulldogs were dominating that game. And actually, that same week, those refs had got dropped because, again, what they were saying had got leaked, and they were actually saying this game's got to change. They've got to change the way the game's going because Bulldogs were dominating that game. So in a way, they didn't want Bulldogs to win this game. They actually wanted the Knights to come back into the game. If I can find the clip, I'll put it in the link below, but it's very hard to find it. Jackson, man, I miss Josh Jackson. This is where they passed it back to Ben Barba. Yeah, and he scores. I think that's, Michael Coker, yeah. See, that Josh Reynolds, Ben Barba combination was second to none that year. Yeah, that's it. That's a banana kick I was talking about. And Ben Barba scores. Like, every kid that year, every kid wanted to be Ben Barba. Just, he was phenomenal. Like, we made a TikTok video a few months ago, and it was about being backyard footy, saying you're playing with your cousins. No, I'm Barba. So it just shows everyone, as a Bulldogs fan, just wanted to be Barba. If you were a kid that year, you were Ben Barba. Whenever you played footy, you were choosing him. Yeah, we score here. Now, this game was the qualifying finals. Beaten Manly 16 points to 10, and we had secured a spot in the preliminary finals. Cassiano and Pritchard, man, their combination, man. And look how Barba grabs the ball, calms down, and finds that gap again. Just his footy IQ. Ben Barba just knew where to be, what to do in circumstances like that. Kristaninu. It's like, with Bulldogs, I've noticed many times in this video, in that season 2012, when we made a line break, it was always like 4 players in support run. Like they were always there trying to make sure it's a guaranteed try. With nowadays, with the Bulldogs, we're still trying to learn that, but there's sometimes barely no support runs, but sometimes there is. There's like a Connor Tracy in there or a Kiraz. But when the Bulldogs in this era now need to learn to get, you know, support plays when someone makes the line break. So it makes it easier. So, okay, we're going to score here. I think Ben Barba had got a hat-trick that round. Oh, sorry, this was the banana kick I was speaking about. What a try, he stretched it. And I think he actually got injured after that. You can see it was a bit in discomfort. What a play, look at that. Pritchard to Barba. You just knew when there was a line break. If you didn't see Ben Barba in the camera, you knew he's coming in that camera very soon. Josh Reynolds again. Look at that, Ben Barba just run straight through. This guy, man, crazy. Crazy, and the Daily M. Well, that's a wrap up to this reaction video to Ben Barba's 2012 season. If you like these sort of videos, we can maybe react to other type of players such as Tom Trbojevic 2020 season, Jared Haynes 09 season, and such big years for big players. So yeah, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.